You know what, guys? In a nice way, y'all. We don't give a shit.
Good evening, and welcome back to Hall of Fame College Football with Jason and the Coach. I'm your host, Jason Watkins. He's the coach, Philip Roybal. And if you love college football, you know you're in the right place. So before you forget, smash that red subscriber button, like our videos, and don't forget to ring the bell so you don't miss one moment of Hall of Fame college football. Coach, what's up, my man?
What's happening, my brother?
Hey, man, we get to talk some ball. There's different stuff going. I mean, all kinds of shit going on with the draft and everything else. I mean, there's lots of stuff we can get into. Obviously, you know, good old On3. They've been jazzing up Oklahoma a lot this last few weeks, the last month or whatever. And now all of a sudden they're just like, but we don't like you.
Yeah. We'll forget you guys.
Yeah, Nebraska is good enough to be in the top 25, but not Oklahoma.
Nebraska.
The big red machine. Come on, man. Welcome into the show. Kyle DePuis, Comanche Sooner, Eric Reherd, Logan Licky, Bishop Frank. Make sure you guys wipe your feet before you get going. All right.
Wipe your feet right now. Now.
Wipe them. Share the stream. You know, make sure you're getting us out there. We're putting out all this content for you guys. I mean, I can tell you I've got more videos this month than I've had in a long time. Shadow ban or no shadow ban, man, I'm earning this motherfucker. Trying to make sure we get it all out there. So Armu said, what's up, my guy? Good to see you. What's up? Good to see you guys. Sooner, Texas. What's up?
Sooner, Texas.
Man, hey, did you see, obviously with this, we'll get into a little bit of that other stuff here in a minute, but I want to talk a little bit about your Irish too in a little bit, but man, I got to tell you, I think that this fucking draft weekend was the shittiest thing. I don't think that they know what the fuck they're doing anymore. I think that they are going through the worst time of general managers, aside from like Kansas City and Philly and fucking like the Niners and shit. Like there's a few decent ones. I think they're run by a bunch of fucking ass clowns up there.
I tell you,
it's wild, right? Just. I mean,
it was amazing to me.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I don't. A lot of stuff I didn't understand, but shit.
We don't have to go crazy on the Shador stuff. I think we've kind of talked that shit to death.
Yeah,
but I'll say this though. I mean, look, man, I don't really think that it's myself. I don't think that it's that far-fetched that, like, even Quinn Ewers, I'm not a big Quinn Ewers guy, but he's not a 7th rounder for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? It seems weird. It something weird about it. But anyway, I mean, you know, that I guess that, you know, right now that's got Texas fans all up in arms as well. Is Sark really a quarterback whisperer or is he not? You know, it's like, which is always good that they're coming into the season thinking, maybe we're not so good. So, you know, I love that shit. What's up there, Jimmy? Kimberly K. Yeah. What are y'all doing?
Jimmy.
Yeah. I mean, it's good stuff though. But I mean, you know, even some of these other ones, I mean, you know, we start looking at some of the dudes that you're just like, if you're Pittsburgh, what the fuck? You're really going to go with we're still going with dude from freaking Oklahoma State from 12 years ago? I mean, good Lord. What's his name? I don't even remember the guy's name. He's such a shit. Anyway, I don't know. I think they're bad. It's just it seems to me like if you're the Steelers, why wouldn't you go give it a shot with Shedeur Sanders. If anybody that Deion's probably going to leave alone, it'd probably be Tomlin. You know what I mean? He'd probably just shut up.
Well, and I hate I hate that things kind of happen the way it did. But at the end of the day, you know what? It don't make a damn what team you end up on. Go prove yourself.
Well, and this is the funniest one. The Saints really drafted a quarterback that struggled at Louisville over DG Sanders and yours. Look, I love Dylan Gabriel as much as the next guy. You guys know this. He is not, his arm is not suited for the NFL, folks. It just ain't. And I mean, I appreciate it, but hey, check it out, man. Sooner Cherry Bear gifted memberships. Thank you, sir. Kevin gets some. Lorca goaded. Robbie Martin, Kimberly K is a member again.
Purple Orca. It's been a while, brother.
Purple Orca. Yep. Yeah, I don't know what it all was. And look, it's like I said, I think that it's fair to come out there and say that, you know, they didn't play it very well. Coach Prime and them, you know, he should have got him a fucking agent. Like they waited till after they didn't get drafted to get a fucking agent, which is crazy. And then,
well, and you know, Jason, there's so many damn stories out there about how the interviews didn't go well, how he disrespected people, and you know what? I again, what
don't
do
you feel like that's them trying to cover their own asses, though?
Well, and that's what I'm saying. What do you believe? I mean,
what if you
did it or did it not happen?
I mean, like Cleveland goes with Dylan Gabriel, and again, I love DG, but let's not make a mistake he's not as good as Shedeur Sanders. He's just not. I know some people are going to disagree with me on that in here. I don't care. I'm just saying, athletically speaking, they're not in the same freaking stratosphere.
No.
You know, and so fine. Go with who you want. I mean, but then you flip it. Then a few rounds later, then okay, we're going to trade up and get Shedeur too. Why?
Yeah.
It just doesn't even make any damn sense. Hey man,
Mars.
Coach Rick celebrating 9 months of membership. Hit Coach that damn like button. He says, "Thank you." And hey, Cherry Bear, thank you, man, for that. Appreciate that on the memberships, man. That's big for us, man. We appreciate that a lot.
Thank you.
But yeah, you know, it's just yeah, I don't know, man. I would just say in the end, it feels like to me, I think and I've been thinking this the last few years, it's just, it doesn't seem like Cleveland doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. You know, they haven't known what the fuck they're doing for a while. We know that. But
so
like
what
I was thinking about last year, whenever they went and got Atlanta went and got what's his name for $100 million, right? Hey man, Logan Licky, $10 for Logan Licky. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you for the super chat. Heading to Cancun for your birthday, Coach Riggs. Hot damn, happy birthday, man.
What the hell? I didn't get an invite?
No shit, man.
Shit. I'd have gone to Cancun.
Justin Fuente was better than Shedeur. Okay. Whatever, bro. Yeah, I mean,
what was
I don't know what you guys are talking about when you say that stuff. We've brought out their damn stats. Everybody said we just moved the goalposts when it comes to Shedeur Sanders. You know what I mean? Move him. When he came out of Jackson State, it was like, well, he won't have the same kind of numbers as he had there up at the big boys playing there. They ain't gonna win no games. He won 9 games in year 2, and they won 1 game 2 fucking years in a row before those guys got there. The dude had 67 touchdowns, 64 touchdowns, and like 7,500 yards in 2 seasons. I mean, he was better than he was at Jackson State. He broke the record for completion percentage this year. I don't know how you can expect. I mean, fuck, man. What do you want from him?
He's a great player, but you know,
he is. And
my question becomes: how much did Dad sway those kinds of things?
Well, listen, man,
That's my
the talk
question.
about I don't want certain teams drafting them and shit. Shut the fuck up. You can't say those things. All right, gotcha.
Well, wasn't there a video out there where he was talking about Cleveland in the past? I wouldn't let my son play there. Well, guess what?
And now you got to be happy. Well, and here's the thing. Well, how do you feel if you're Dylan Gabriel though? I mean, and you think, okay, third round, which I guess they're more financially invested in him because of the third round versus fifth, but they've got 5 guys on the roster or whatever, at least right now. So somebody's going to leave. They only keep 3.
Yeah. Well,
Now,
did I see something else, Jason?
Deshaun
Did I?
Tucker Watson, he's not going to be around because he tore his Achilles.
Right. Did I see something out there, Stern, too, that if Deshaun didn't make it, that one of the Canadian teams was the Argonauts or
Yeah.
something?
I was gonna say I heard that yesterday too. They were talking about that. The Argonauts have the first right of refusal.
Right.
Remember when Rocket did that, right?
Absolutely, I remember. I sure do.
Warren Moon played fucking like 9 seasons in the CFL before he could be a quarterback in the NFL. Yeah. And still is one of the all-time passing leaders in the NFL history. So people
that wouldn't be a bad
about
thing.
Warren Moon, bro. People forget about Warren Moon when they start talking about goats.
No, sir.
Woo-hoo. But
he was a player.
He was a player, man. And to come out of Washington and have to and just not get an opportunity like that. And I mean, here's the thing. It's like I said, I like the NFL less and less all the time.
I really don't. And Jason, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't watch the NFL. And guys, y'all think I'm crazy being a football coach. You're gonna say, well, you're not much of a football coach, but I despise the NFL.
Yeah. Listen, man, after the Hall of Fame, after I went through the Hall of Fame stuff for those 2 years.
Yeah.
And you hear the stories and what the things that went on with Otis Taylor. And not even just him. I got a list of dudes that's like they never even get fucking talked about. And they won't. The more you think about, you look back on Otis Taylor's probably just not getting in, and I'll tell you why. Because it's been 50 fucking years. Nobody remembers the guy. Why would you put him in?
Gone and forgotten, brother. Gone and forgotten.
And it's just like, and on top of that shit, and there's more stuff that was there. The NFL can sit on attack. Thank you, Kimberly K. It's a good one. Yeah, I might have stronger words. I like it though. But I just think that, well, and they just fuck those dudes over. But it's all about the money that they make and everything else too. But here we are. We're starting to see college football kind of turn that way as well, but and I don't think it's always in a good way. In fact, I don't think it's in a good way right now, but we're going to see. Haven't watched the NFL in the last 25 years, maybe the occasional Super Bowl. I mean, you turn on the Super Bowl, maybe, I mean, look, I'm a Niner fan. I like to watch them and stuff, especially when they're doing well, but honestly, I mean, I think I probably caught, well, especially this year, they were shitty, but I mean, I watched the first 4 or 5 games, but it was like while I was doing other shit and just kind of half-ass listening to it and watching it. And then the Taylor Swift stuff, I could give a fuck.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to hear about it.
It just wears me out.
Yeah.
And I'll watch obviously when the Cowboys play. I've been a fan. I've been a fan since I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
And so I watch them, and my grandson loves them. But I hate, now I'm a Cowboys fan that I hate to love them and I love to hate them. And I hate Jerry Jones.
I can't understand that shit. I mean, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, damn, Jerry. Yeah, I mean, all these years since you decided to take over who being in charge of all that shit, and you ain't winning. And I mean, fuck, man. At some point, maybe turn that shit over, but he's not gonna.
No.
He'd rather, they're making money. It doesn't matter to him. He won his 3 Super Bowls. He's got the rings to prove it. I mean, he didn't win them. But, he don't give a shit.
Well, and he could have won a lot more if he'd have kept Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then, and like whenever Parcells was there, they were about to win one then.
Yeah.
They're about to win one then. He ships his ass out of there because Parcells was kicking him out of the locker room or not letting him into the locker room. All right, it's in there. Right. But I mean, then they go have a great regulars. They do this a lot. They'll have a great regular season and gag their asses off in the first round of the fucking playoff every time.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, like, to me, I just, I get it. And if you're a football player, a college football player, your goal is to get to the NFL. That's where you make the money, man.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And I don't blame them. But, I would just say, I don't know, man. It's tough. But, we were talking about if you're Quinn Ewers, though, damn. I heard 8 million. I don't know that I believe 8 million. Right? But if Quinn got offered 4 million, how are you going to remove me from my own fucking show? They suck shit there, Shawty. Good luck. That's some funny shit. Oklahoma Sooners football, Tampa fan here, excited to see us win the NFC. Hey, listen, I'm going to be a Baker fan for life, so I'm with you there. Love that. Love that. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yep, Wiley gone. Wasn't Jason saying that was the needed move amid all the SC defensive hires? I'm surprised they ain't done it a while back, bro. But you do realize, this is how Lincoln, he only fires one at a time. He's got to have somebody to blame for, whatever comes next. So, hey, we'll see.
Got to blame somebody.
Oh, the old freaking Tybo coach. Coach Tybo. Hey, I sent that for you, Coach Ricks, if you're coming in. Oklahoma Sooners football becomes a member. Thanks, man. Good stuff.
Shotty, why don't you bring your ass in here?
Shotty, you want to come in? Hey, man, I stopped inviting him because he never
he doesn't want to come on with us anymore.
He never accepts. He came on for a little while on Coach Smook's show.
Our podcast didn't good enough.
We did Coach Smook's show, he was good enough for him, but he hadn't shown up on Jason and the Coach.
Well, I think because he didn't want me to talk shit about us beating Georgia.
That may be it. That could definitely be it. Welcome into the show, birthday boy.
Birthday boy.
What's going on, fellas? What's going on, man? What's going on?
Happy birthday, up, bro. Headed out of here to going down to Mexico, huh?
Hey, man, wife surprised me. I'm saying, I'll get packed real quick.
Get your ass down to the beach, bro.
Hey, draws, socks, and sandals. That's it.
I was just going to say, put on a t-shirt, put on some swimming trunks, and put on some sandals. Shit, you're good.
No, man, that's we just left our daughter's graduation party and everything, and then we had to go do the birthday. So I'm trying to get up out of here tomorrow.
That is freaking awesome, man. That is freaking great. I haven't been to Cancun in a while, and that's one of my favorite spots. I like Mazatlan too, and hell, Rocky Point wasn't bad. I've been to Rocky Point too.
I think what it is.
Cool. You got to be careful where you're at these days, though.
Well, one of her the people that she worked for, some rich couple, their dad owns a piece of land down there, and he gave her the keys to the lot and everything down there for the weekend.
Oh wow!
So the only thing we gotta do is just pay for the flight down there, and then I'm good. So I'm gonna try to get drunk as hell.
You don't have to try that hard, bro.
Sure,
That's pretty easy.
surely not. Surely
Pretty easy
not.
to
Hey
do, bro.
man,
Don't drink the water, you're gonna go in most places.
I can't drink like I used to drink a long time ago and everything. Right now, man, one drink, I'm done.
Hey, text me
Yes, sir.
the address. I'll be there.
No shit, man. I'm hopping on too.
Hey man, I was listening to you guys, man, and like I said, something you said, Jason, man, really caught my attention, man. A lot of people, man, I think you said about Baker. Did you hear the comment, man, that Troy Aikman, that segment that he had about Baker?
No.
He said Baker is his best NFL player that's playing right now because of the things that he went through. He was calling the game when Cleveland was playing against I think it was the Jets when he brought him back and won that game, the first game that Cleveland won in almost 2 damn years. He said ever since then he's been a Baker fan.
Well, and I mean, if you look at what they did when they first brought the Browns back to Cleveland after Baltimore grabbed them and turned them into the Ravens. What, they had one fucking playoff win, and it was early on, all the way until Baker, 25 years or so or whatever, until he won, until they even made the fucking playoffs again. And then, of course, he wins the game and damn near beat the Chiefs. Yeah. And then they treated him like shit all of the next year because they were dead set on they had to get fucking Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
And which
big ass mistake.
Fucking sex predator. But you know, it's wild to me though. It's just wild to me that and you still got a bunch of haters though out there. You do. I mean, there's some guys that get it. Like, I'm glad that Troy gets it now. And I think a lot of once McVay kind of signed off on him whenever he was there for those couple of months, he was like, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. This dude's a badass. You know, I mean, yeah, he only walked on twice and fucking was a top 5 for the Heisman 3 times, won it and went number 1 as a 2-time walk-on. That's, I mean, like, how many? There's nobody that has a story like that.
No. And then I heard you guys talking about the
editor, man.
Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah.
I have my little statement on that. I think, man.
Spit it out. Shit, everybody else has got something to say.
I think that's all on Deion, man.
It is. I think if you're going to blame anybody, you can blame it on Deion and you can blame it on I think there's a bunch of idiots running those fucking teams, though. I'll just say it.
You cannot come into damn Colorado and let your 2 best damn players get their damn jersey retired. That's stupid as hell. That is stupid as hell.
Terrible timing, too. I think that's an underrated statement right there, Coach.
And
I know you want to.
And what did they do? I mean, yeah, they played good football, but what the hell did they do to deserve retiring their numbers?
There's only one other guy that has his number retired, and it was their last Heisman winner, Salam, who died, and it was after he died, though. Right?
Yeah.
I agree.
Hunter, and look, man, I don't really give a shit about it. I don't give a fuck about CU, but I think that if you're gonna do that, you should have waited a while. Certainly till after this draft. This constant need to like overdo it was a bit much. I mean, hell, the last time we saw them in a game, they got smoked by BYU.
Yeah. Well, you can't.
Come on, man.
You can't go out there, man, and just talk a lot of shit, and then think that it's not gonna stink.
Well, and the worst of it, I think that was bad timing. I think that it was just a cherry on top of what they thought, because Deion kept saying, I don't know, there's certain teams I don't want to draft them. Don't draft them.
Yeah.
That
you costing your son money.
You costing
money.
Not having an agent, Coach, not having an agent. But what the fuck? You were in the NFL. Come on.
Look, when you go to live, when you go on live TV and say, that's my son, why wouldn't I dictate where he goes? Well, first of all, yes, you his father. That's it. But you don't know no damn GMs. You're not a damn owner. You have no control over where your son goes.
It seemed like he was a lot more.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. He's got all the control because look where he fucking ended up.
That's so sad, man. Look, it gets to the point, man, to where I keep hearing this word thrown around. entitled. I know a lot of spoiled ass kids that are the same way, but it all starts with the parents. Your parents can dictate that entitled shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
hey, I hope my son gets drafted in the NFL. Wherever he goes, we'll be happy. That's you gotta play that politic role when you go in the NFL. This is not like college.
You hear people start talking about, well, that's not what they did with Eli, and that's what Coach Prime said. We pull an Eli.
You can't pull an Eli.
Yeah, but they did it differently too. It wasn't out front in front of everybody. They didn't let everybody know that was going to happen. But
Eli didn't want to go to one team. That was it.
Let me just say this before we just start killing Shedeur again. I want to remind everybody: 1,264 completions and 1,803 attempts, 70.1% for his career, 14,327 yards with 134 touchdowns and only 27 interceptions. He broke the fucking NCAA record this year for completion percentage. Don't tell me he's not better than that.
Coach, before you say it, Coach, I know where you're going. There's two sides to this coin. There's your personal side, then there's your playing side. Your playing side, nobody's questioning.
Gabriel's better. We're gonna kick your ass right out of here, Ricks.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Nobody's questioning his on-field talent. Nobody is. Everybody is.
I think a lot of people are right now.
You can't, after you get drafted and everybody's talking about how much you're going to be making now, which is a great deficit for what you made in college, you can't come out with two big ass Louis bags full of damn money, showing it to people. Jason, it just don't look good.
He had 4,000 yards, Kyle. That's a lot of fucking screens. If you're talking about that.
No, he's a baller. No, don't get me wrong. He's a baller.
You're going to cherry pick in that. Just say you're a hater, and we're cool with that. Just say you're a hater. If we're going to cherry pick, you took unnecessary sacks.
I will tell you this:
74%. And if it's so easy to do that, how come nobody else does it?
I will tell you this: I'm not a fan, and it goes back to what Coach Ricks was saying. I'm not a Shedeur fan because now. I'm gonna say two things here. Do I think he's a hell of a football player? There ain't a damn doubt. He is a football player.
Oh, it says he's just average, nothing special. What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Oh,
man, you need your eyes checked.
Yeah, you need. You
need cataracts.
You need cataracts. To go to. I don't like losing people, but you need to go to another channel like a tennis channel or something.
I love Golden, man, but he's been on me on this shit for days.
Go to the tennis channel because with that statement, you don't know fucking football, man.
I did call them haters. Oh. I called them haters the other day.
Do you, as a GM and as an owner, are you wanting and are you willing to accept that type of behavior into your program?
Most people don't want that. People already have enough shit that they're dealing with bringing in more shit that you know is going to be shit. And you know you got to deal with daddy's shit. And so
that's the sad part about it, man.
He had the same numbers his last 2 years as you had as Caleb Williams had his last 2 years. The same fucking numbers.
I think when you start, your character is starting to dictate your future over your talent. Listen, that's all it is.
But I think you got to be careful with that character talk.
Because, true.
The fucking kid ain't ever been in any kind of trouble. You could say he's arrogant and shit like that. That's how he grew up. He believes in himself. He's confident. You can talk about his character, but I could show you a lot worse character problems in the fucking out of college football right now.
Yeah.
True, Jason.
I think that's a slippery slope right there.
It's a slippery slope, Jason. But at the same time, I'm sorry, Coach. At the same time, we don't know, and this is just me talking because I don't want nobody to think, oh, Coach knows something.
I just asked this question. Let me ask you this question before you say this.
Okay.
All this shit that's coming out about these interviews, if if they didn't feel like they had, why the fuck are you defending yourself if you really think he's not good? Or you really think there's a character problem or blah, blah, blah. It's bullshit, man.
I think they came in with an agenda already that there are different questions for different people. Sure. There's different response for different people. I guarantee you the questions that Shedeur got answered was not the same question that some of these other quarterbacks got answered. They go in there and they try to come in here with loaded questions to see what your response is going to be. That's all that is. This is a ploy. This is a ploy and everything, man, to discredit this young man any way they can. That's all this is. But at the same point in time, your dad is making it harder for you. Look, somebody said it today. Just go in there, play hard, learn the playbook, and show them that you're here to play. All that other antic shit and everything, man, you don't need that, man, because it's killing you right now. It's killing you right now because only thing that they see is the negativity out of this. They don't see the positive out of this. That's all I'm saying, Jason.
And that's correct. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm an owner, okay? I'm the head coach. I'm a GM. Guess what? I do get to pick who the fuck I want on my team.
That's true.
And you know what? I don't give a damn who you are. I don't care if you're Shedeur Sanders. It doesn't matter who you are. If I don't want you on my fucking team, move on. And obviously, guys, there's something to that a lot of people passed on him. And I'm not going to get into specifics.
Collusion,
because I don't know.
It could be a lot of things we don't know. That's right.
Exactly. I don't know what those things are. We can speculate till the world goes, turns square. But at the end of the day, I think the thing that we do know that stands out here, and we've already talked about it, is his dad is the number one problem that a lot of other issues stem off of. But Shedeur, guys, bottom line, he's a hell of a football player.
No doubt.
And you know what? Now it's time to put up or shut up, go out and prove people wrong. That's all you got.
I just want to know how many of these, third best or whatever you want to call him, or just kind of good, he's nothing special, had 15,000 damn near yards in their career in college and a career passer percentage of 70%.
Well, Jason, that's what and that's what I'm saying too. All them some bitches need to go to the tennis channel.
I know.
You go to the soccer channel. Jason, when they started picking up quarterbacks that couldn't throw the ball in the ocean, if they was out there on the boat.
Oh, bro. Yeah,
I knew it was the owners talking.
Yeah, come on, bro.
The owners talking. The owners are talking.
Yeah. And here's the thing. It's, shout out to Jaron O'Neal in there. We were talking about this a little bit earlier. Shit, you got to be careful. And these coaches, look, not having somebody, an agent, how do you not? Fuck, this ain't your first rodeo, Prime. What are you doing?
That hurt him right there.
It did. And so
not prepping him.
There's many reasons to say that. But if you're going to really say that he's mediocre, then I think that you're just missing. I think that part of the problem that we're talking about is stupid shit like that. Because we're letting these guys off the hook for being dumbasses. If my team needed a quarterback, I don't know that the Niners wouldn't be better with Shedeur than they are with Brock Purdy. I know Brock Purdy's had a good career since he's got there as Mr. Irrelevant. I know. But come on, man. And I'll tell you what, would you look, I guess I would, if I'm going to the Browns, I'd almost hope they do fucking cut my ass so that I can go get money in Toronto and see what happens from there.
Yeah.
Go ahead in the CFL and ball out again. And you know what? Since they're not, make a decision.
But you know what? Maybe that gives him a second opportunity with a different approach at getting back to the NFL. Prove yourself. Keep your fucking mouth shut.
Yeah.
Right.
maybe you learned from this experience, and then you come back to the NFL and people say, you know what, shit, yeah, let's take his ass. He learned
Somebody
from
gets some
the
balls
past.
on him. Somebody gets a pair of balls on him. Instead of, and I've heard people saying, well, are you think they're worried about that if they don't do well with Shedeur on the team, then Deion's going to be the coach next and shit.
Here's the thing.
If that's the kind of coach you are, that you are scared of that, then your fucking candy ass shouldn't be a head coach.
I'm glad you said that, Jason, because this is what I'm saying. Stop letting the way you feel about Deion and the Deion shit affect this young man. Because a lot of them owners and everything, everybody, look, there's some reports out there, man, that Deion wasn't the greatest thing to some of these owners and places where he's been. And some of these owners and GMs are tired of the bullshit.
Well, he definitely misstepped. When you said that there were certain teams that you wouldn't allow to draft him.
I know what he say. I know what's behind the curtain. I know what's this. I mean, dude, look, you played in the early 2000s and the late 90s. Shit has changed since you've been in the NFL.
Yeah.
So the things that you saw back then,
I'm sure they figured it out in fucking Cleveland.
Hey, Jace. Hey.
Yeah.
We're beating a dead horse to death.
No, I'm just laughing about it at this point. Let's move on. We can talk about
sure.
We can talk about something else. Hey,
I'm sick of that.
Since we got Coach Riggs here, we'll go ahead and go Oklahoma first, and then we'll finish it out with some Notre Dame jab. All right. So it's not a big shocker, or it shouldn't be a big shocker, I guess. But On3, it's weird to me. What it is weird to me is the fact that they've been loving on OU as much as they have, which is, you almost wish that they'd stop, right? But sure enough, all that love for nothing, because once the freaking rankings come out, then they show you what they really think, which is that Nebraska and Texas Tech and BYU and Iowa State and Iowa are better. And SMU and Illinois in the top fucking 15. Thank you, Andy Staples. Because we asked for more people to sleep. But it is.
You know what this is, Jason. You know what this is.
It is what it is. I think it's hilarious.
You know what it is. These On3 people, they know if you start saying shit bad about Oklahoma or don't put them in some ranking, they know OU fans are gonna go fucking crazy and start clicking their site and everything. Then they're gonna be number one and then the topic. That's all this shit is. That's all it is.
Click.
That's it. Because who on God's green earth right now, honestly, thinks that Nebraska is better than Oklahoma? Or Iowa.
Those people that should have gone. Those people that should have gone to
Illinois. You think Illinois is better?
Illinois.
The people that think that are those people that should have gone to the fucking tennis channel.
Look. Iowa State.
Texas Tech, man. Fucking Taco Tech.
11 Texas Tech.
Now, we don't even know how Miami's going to be without Cam, do we?
No, I mean, Carson Beck fucking blew his shoulder up last year.
And we don't know how Tennessee's going to be without Nico.
Surgery or something on that shit.
Man, look, it's just to get a rise out of the OU fans. They know what they're doing, man. They know what they're doing.
I don't understand it, man. I just don't get it. That, okay, some of those teams, whatever. If you want to assume that Florida is going to be great, and I think Florida is going to be good, but okay, fine. Auburn, are you joking? With Jackson Arnold as your fucking starting quarterback? Yeah, right.
Well, and again, and y'all already know this, because when we talk about topics like this, polls, you know what? I like to have them made into toilet paper so I can wipe my ass with them, because
yeah.
Polls are, but they're getting the effect they're getting the effect, like Coach Rick said, they're getting the effect they want to get out of this.
Here's the thing.
Because
they're getting
need
the
clicks.
Sure, but also here's the other thing about it though. It gives them a baseline of where to start. Like now, not necessarily with Andy, but you've got these polls right here are going to reflect when he's voting in the AP poll or in whatever other polls he's voting in or whatever. You know what I mean? These guys are all doing it. So when you start thinking about where they are to start with, it does matter. It does matter for them because how far can you go? Where is Oklahoma in this? I have no idea. My guess is somewhere around between 30 and 25, but hell, who's to say? You know what I mean? He could have UNLV in there for all I fucking know. But I mean, I think Texas at number one is comical for a guy that's supposed to know college football, that you are just automatically assuming that a bunch of freshmen are going to come in and win the national championship. A freshman and a bunch of freshmen and a first-year starting quarterback. I don't care that his name is Arch Manning. I think it's tough when you're replacing 4 of your offensive linemen. You're replacing your entire secondary that was really that good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, I think a lot of things, I'm not saying that Texas isn't going to be good. I think they're going to be good. I don't know that they're going to be as good as they were last year, and a lot of things got to go right for you to take that next step and be the number one team in the country.
Yeah.
I think the best team, we're going to talk about it more in a minute. I think the odds-on favorite for me is as at number 2 on this list. It's Notre Dame.
Yep.
They've got a first-year starter no matter what. But, man, they're not going to have to be led by him. If he's a little better throwing the ball than Riley Leonard was, watch out because everybody else is coming back.
Hey, I can tell you this. He's a lot better than Riley Leonard.
That's a low bar, man. He didn't throw the ball great last year.
No, this kid can throw the football. And I tell you what, Minchie,
right? Kenny Minchie can do it too.
Yeah. And run it
And hey, they've got it ain't even, I don't even think it's arguably, it's without a doubt the best backfield in America right now.
Oh shit, yeah. That ain't even close.
Penn State rivals us.
Oklahoma may, but depends on what you get out of Jaden Ott, and then whoever else. We've got good running backs back there, but I'm talking proven wise. Yes, Penn State would, I guess, rival you. I still think I think it's pretty clear cut. It's Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Well,
we're gonna find out.
And again, I still wipe my ass with the pole, even though
I get it, but this automatic assumption that Clemson's all that, get the fuck out of here too.
Yeah, they do. Look, if you read the reports down here in Charlotte,
I know
they ain't close. They ain't close. They're not close.
I know.
So, but it's just a ploy, man, to get everybody upset. We're gonna find out about Texas when they play Ohio State. We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out. So, but about a lot of these other teams, they just there to be there. I don't know why in the hell they pick all these other teams.
You know how I could rank a team number 1 with an unproven quarterback? They've been getting better every year with unproven quarterbacks. Every year. They're not led by their quarterback. If he's better, Oklahoma's got an unproven quarterback. BYU's quarterback wasn't what led them to what they did last year either.
Nope.
By the way, did y'all finish off the tampering job on Utah? Did y'all get that guy or what? I've got a column I'm ready to release. I just hadn't really finished off a couple of things. But that's part of it. I need to find out about that. Finish the job. Quit fucking around.
Hey, guys. I wanted to just jump on. I'm going to jump off here and I got to get some sleep. But I just wanted to jump on and see you
don't
guys.
need no sleep. Just get used to it, man.
Yeah, you got
hey, man. Hey, coach. Hey, coach. You know why I'm tired?
Oh shit! Oh my god! You know what those stripes do to me?
That's why I did
It's like I'm Dracula and you're holding a cross in front of me.
it. No,
Oh,
we had some games tonight and everything, man. So I had to make sure they get done before I left. No, man.
good job.
No, I just want to jump on, man. I love you guys, man. Like I said, I saw the show, and I said I better
Hey,
jump
love you,
on,
Coach.
man.
Yeah.
To see you guys before I head out and everything, man. So
Well, happy
I'll be
birthday,
going
Hey,
into Sunday.
man. I'm excited for you. I'm glad you're heading down there, and you and Amy have some fun down there, man. That's gonna be good.
yeah.
We have
Happy
fun, man.
birthday.
But I'm gonna talk to you
Sure.
off the air, man. Because like I said, something been bothering the hell out of me that I got to tell you about
Okay.
and everything.
Hey, drink one for me, Coach.
We're done. We're only going for an hour and a half tonight. We've been going 45 minutes. We got 45 more, and we'll be done.
I'm gonna get unlimited mojitos for you, Coach.
Yeah.
There you go.
Unlimited.
Mojitos.
And I'm gonna get some real tequila.
Oh hell yeah!
I'm gonna bring
Hell
something
yeah.
back. I'm gonna try to bring something back for Jason and you guys and everything, man. Just to get something back and ship it to you.
You know that's why I like going to Mexico, guys.
Dude.
Because I'm a tequila guy, and you know when you go some of those other places, Jamaica, and say you're getting all that rum, and
Yeah.
hell, it's hard to find a bottle of tequila there.
It is very hard.
And I'm a big tequila guy.
They said there's a guy on the island that does the blow up glass and everything.
Yeah.
And do that, and then they'll put the rum inside of it and everything, man, with the little corks. So I'm trying to go down there and do all that, man. I'm gonna try to go snorkeling and do some stuff like that, man. Other than that, man, I'm just gonna try to enjoy myself.
Hey, watch out for them barracudas down there, man. That's where I saw that barracuda that time. That motherfucker was right there by us too. It scared the shit out of me.
Don't tell my wife that. I'm trying to get her to go snorkeling, but she don't.
Shit out of me. It's fun, but man, he could have gotten anybody if he wanted to. I guess they really don't, though.
No,
I've never really heard much about it, but they're mean motherfuckers.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try to get down there and do it, man. But y'all keep safe, man. I'll see you guys when I get back.
Enjoy it, man. Be safe down there yourself. But holler at me, man. Yeah, holler at me if you want to.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that. If I don't talk to you tonight or tomorrow, I'll talk to you. Okay.
Shoot me a message. Now you got me curious and shit. At least shoot me a message.
No, I'll tell you. It's just a job offer. Just a job offer.
Bullshit.
And everything. Something that's a little bit different than what I'm doing right now. I've never been an AD. So I was asked to be an AD at a school and everything. So we'll see how it goes. No, because I'm a kind of person, man. I don't know all the logistics when it comes to NIL and all this kind of stuff, man. And it's just a whole new ball game.
Hey, you know what? You learn it, man. You learn it.
Yeah.
Coach, you do it. You'll do a great job, whatever you do. You know that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. I'm gonna choke shit out somebody and everything, so I can't do that. So
you'll be great at it.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
You stop and think things through, and you know that's a lot of it is just and again pick up the damn phone and say, hey coach, I hadn't been down this road before.
I'm gonna pick it. Hey, trust me, I have no problem saying I need some help on something. Jason will tell you, well, other than my own problems, I can call and ask people for information on certain things. Brother-in-law said he would help, but there's people that I know, man, in this position, man, that I can call on and ask. But it's just new age, this new era and new age, man, is so different than when I used to coach back in the day. Now it's
definitely different. But this way, you don't. I mean, the ADs though, you're probably going to have a general manager too at some point, right? I mean, I don't know.
That if I decide to take the position, I think I will have to hire my own GM.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Well, okay, that's awesome. But think about this for a second.
Hey, I'm looking.
I'm all over that. As a matter of fact, you better take this job and hire my ass.
That's why. Hey,
I'll GM my ass
off. Now you see what I said. I did talk to you about something. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm gonna show love. I'm gonna show love.
Hey, I'm in. Hey, and I'll tell you what, I think
I love you.
That's the beauty of it is like with you though, I think of it this way. You coach softball for all those years, hoop and football. I mean, I think AD is a perfect because you can you know what coaches need as far as help, far, you know what I mean? You can be there for them to mentor them through a lot of different things, right? So I think it's a good spot for you, Cole.
I did everything except soccer. But I have the soccer team that I'm trying to go, that I will be at if I take this job, they've won 4 of the last 7 soccer championships.
Oh, wow. Nice.
You know, so
yeah, man. Yeah, let me know, man. I'm in.
I'll with you, man. Like I said, I just want to pick your brain and see, because they're looking for something else on the administrative side, a person and everything, man, to deal with logistics and deal with other kind of things and all that. So I want to pick your brain and see what you know. So when I walk in there, I can say, this is what I want.
I agree.
And,
Yeah,
and this person lives in Mexico, and I want them to be brought here.
Yeah, let's do this.
So I want to.
Oh, man.
So
well, hey,
let me
going down there. And hey, Kimberly K had a nice comment. She said, "Just be careful. Don't bring no babies back. It's harder to wake up overnight than it used to be."
Oh no, not bringing no babies back.
No more of that shit.
No, I ain't. No, oh hell no, man. No. I got my grandbaby. That's it.
You ain't already figured that shit out by now. Dang.
I got my grand.
He's got a new doctor in the family, man.
Oh yeah, my daughter
just graduated from dental school. Doc Ricks.
Well, no, her last name is Georgetown. It's my daughter that I've raised. So her last name is Georgetown. This ain't Ricks and everything. So it's Georgetown.
Okay.
Hey, Coach.
Yes, sir.
One last piece of advice.
Yes, sir.
Just tie it in a triple knot, and you'll be good.
Coming from old Bob Tripod.
Can I just take it off? Just take it off and just put it on the shelf. I'll be all right.
Make sure you do.
Y'all have a good one, man. I'll see you guys Sunday. I'll be back Sunday, man. So y'all have a good one. Enjoy yourself, man, and
enjoy the trip, brother. Be careful.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one. No problem.
Okay.
Coach Ricks.
Happy birthday.
Coach's Talk with Coach Ricks, man. I love that guy, man. He's my guy.
Yeah.
Some funny ass shit.
Good fella.
Yeah, he is. All right. So, oh shit. I just lost that part there. We'll go back to that real quick. All right. I mean, I'm looking at the SMU. Man, SMU was a joke. They didn't play anybody. They played 2 teams that were any good, really. By the time the end of the season was there, they'd played 2 good teams.
Yep.
They lost to both of them.
Yep.
BYU, and then they lost to Clemson in the championship game.
You know what, Jason? And here I go pissing everybody off again. Just take all the Big 12 teams off.
I knew that was coming.
They ain't worth the shit.
Ain't worth the shit, he says.
And call your team trash. Because that's what they are, trash.
Texas
You want
Tech.
answers?
Are you friggin' kidding me?
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Texas Tech. Oh my God.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for the super chat there, Coach Ricks. I'm in shit. Hey, let's get it. We can identify talent, bro. We can do that. Promise. We can
Hey, I'll GM the shit out of it too.
I'll GM the shit out of that. Hell yeah, let's do this. I see 6 teams that are on our schedule this year. Ryman says, hey, listen, 6 teams that are on the schedule, but which one? I mean, look, okay, so Michigan. What the fuck did they do that was so good? Okay, yes, they beat Ohio State. They always beat Ohio State. Whoop-de shit. They also, come on, man.
Yeah.
It's just wild. Nebraska, for fuck's sake. Nebraska. Lord.
Oh, Jesus.
Illinois in the top 10. Illinois is in the top 10. One behind. They got Georgia he's got Georgia way down the list. He still has them in front of Florida, and he is a Florida guy. That surprises me. But I just don't get it. And none of these teams are the same teams as they were a year ago. I guess Clemson, I guess you could say they were, but they lost 3 games. I guess we're just expecting them to graduate. That's what it is. I
I don't
In the
pay any of that.
ACC, the ACC ain't a whole lot better, bro. You were talking about the Big 12. I'll say the same shit about the ACC. It ain't worth the shit either.
I would agree. I would agree.
Is SC's not in there, are they? Thank God. Okay, I was fixing to say,
No.
Come on. And Tennessee, okay, so Tennessee loses Nico. They lost the number one running back in the SEC, if not the country. Their defensive line's retooling. They've got an entirely new offensive line. What are you seeing in these guys? I don't see it. I'm fine with Iowa State at the back end of it. I like Jeff Brom. I don't know why anybody would pick Iowa. It's Iowa, for fuck's sake.
Incredible.
Nah, not SC, bro. Yeah, I mean, you know it's going to be. You know how it's going to be with me. Fuck Lincoln Riley and SC. It's just how it is.
That's it. That's a fact, Jack. That's a fact, Jack.
And that's the format, and USC sucks.
That's how it is. It's just the truth. But Texas at number one, it makes me sick too. Although I think it's going to make it. The idea, I was watching and shout out to Steven from the Fanatic Perspective earlier. I was watching a little bit of that earlier. And everybody was giving Quinn a rash of shit in that Texas crew. All that Texas crew was giving Quinn a lot of shit. And I said, man, for the way you guys are talking about Quinn, who was your quarterback for, 3 years playing quarterback there, went to 2 playoffs. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm saying anything really nice about it, but all that shit y'all are talking, you better hope that Arch is much better than just a first-year starter. He's better not be average. It's going to be hilarious. It's going to be hilarious.
But the thing is, and here's the thing. I think he can be great.
I think he can be too. I mean, I don't think
but they don't. I'm not sure that all the pieces are in place for him. I think, and I know they recruit well and do, but again, I'm still not sold that they have all the pieces in place to make a run.
Who, Texas? Yeah, well, they're loaded with. I mean, look, they've been loading talent. I mean, there's no doubt about it. They've been recruiting their asses off. But again, you've got 41 new. Well, it was 41 before the last week of portal time. So they're about 50 new players on that football team now.
Right.
And a lot of them are freshmen or redshirt freshmen and first-time players, first-time starters, particularly at Texas. I think a lot of things got to go right, man. A lot of things got to go right. Now, you can say, I mean, their schedule, it's not Oklahoma's schedule. I don't think it's as easy as it was last year because I think you got a couple of those teams that might be better. I think Florida's a damn sight better, and you get them the week before Oklahoma. Oklahoma's a fuckload better. Whether Georgia is or not remains to be seen.
Y'all aren't better according to my boy here.
Yeah, I don't give a shit what Drew thinks. He's just talking that shit.
Oh.
I mean, you got a bunch of, look, as far as your receivers go at Texas, yeah, you got really, if you're expecting Ryan Wingo to turn into God now, well, we hadn't seen it yet, but okay. And I like both of those. Khalil Lockett looks like he might be that dude, but he's a freshman. A true freshman. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're going to be lacking in some leadership. I think they're going to be lacking in senior team leadership.
Mm-hmm.
And
they're talented. Don't get me wrong. They're definitely talented.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're lacking, But when you have those teams that were young, you're coming off a really good year or whatever, and now you got to reload. And you got reloaded talent. You're excited about the talent that you got coming, but how do you coach it different, Coach?
You know, you got to take things. You can't do this. You can't run the same high level game offensively, defensively as you can when you do have that leadership and you're not having to rebuild, because I think they're in a rebuild, and you can't coach it the same way. Yeah, and I hate to use this term, but you got to dummy it down a little bit. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. Learning a college playbook is very, very difficult.
Well, and I mean, we're talking about everybody. I think Arch this is year 3 under Sark, so he should know the playbook by now.
Right.
But getting everybody, that doesn't mean he's not going to have to he's going to make mistakes.
Sure.
And I don't know that it won't be way more open, but here's the thing. Here's the thing about Sark, and you know this is true, Drew. You know this is true. He will hold people back for no fucking reason to hold them back. Hey man, his little butt puckers when it gets tight too. Look at, you're down on the fucking 2-yard line against Ohio State, and you're going sideways instead of running the fucking football.
How many? They had 6 downs down there, or
no, they
7.
turned it over. They had turned it over on the second one, right? Once they got down to the 2.
Well, they got down there, but didn't they have 4 downs and then on the second?
Well, they were, yeah, man. It was silly shit.
Yeah.
You're down there inside the fucking 10-yard line, and you're not running the fucking football. It's wild to me.
And you say you have a stud offensive line and stud running back, and you're running sideways?
Yeah, man. I mean, they had.
What the hell is that?
You're trying the best left tackle.
You're out coaching yourself.
Left ass cheek, man. I would have been left ass cheeking it there for sure off that left tackle of theirs.
Amen.
He was only the best left tackle in the country for 2 fucking years. Again, I still go back. I remember Oklahoma State in the wind, and it's a crosswind over there. And Bijan Robinson with a 10-point lead doesn't touch the ball for the 4th quarter. I'd have stamped his ass like he was fucking U.S. mail. Go. Didn't have a stud running. Okay, yeah, whatever. You got that stud offensive line. You ought to be able to put fucking me in the goddamn end zone from the 2.
Oh.
Come on, Drew. You ain't getting away.
Drew, you could have scored.
Your mama could have scored. If you're that good. Come on, man. Arch doesn't have near the game as yours, Max says. I don't know that I trust you on quarterback play, but you're saying it. Okay. I appreciate it when it comes about this. Dude, you're going to sit there and try to tell me that your freshman running back wasn't a baller.
Wow.
This dude's just talking weird shit now. What happened? The running back that got injured in the preseason last year for Texas, is he back? CJ Baxter, he should be. Travion Wisner was a badass running back. What are y'all talking about, man? Oh, he was no CJ Baxter didn't do shit the year before that. Second, dude. It's so weird, man. So
hey, this is truth right here.
It is. Yeah, you're talking. Okay.
He's full of shit.
Again, you gotta have Sark calling the right fucking play. Trey Wisner would have. I mean, from the two, if you can't put Trey Wisner in the fucking end zone from the 2-yard line,
shouldn't even have a football
I
program.
mean, come on, man, come on. A lot of cognitive dissidence being displayed from Drew right now. Yeah. Hello, work week complete. Site systems crash. Time for showers and bed. Nighty night, Lyman. Nighty night. Okay. Yeah, listen. Hey, we've been talking about the draft, and I'm just going to tell you. I think again, I'll just remind you what I said at the start of this. I think they got a bunch of dummies running fucking programs in the NFL right now. I just do. Oh, you definitely improved this offseason with upgrades, so they should definitely be in there. I think Burks is going to have a breakout season. Yeah, you get Giovanni back, he's going to. I think that there's a lot of guys that could. Listen. I like Zion Kearney to take a step forward as a second-year guy. I think that Ivan Carrion could have a big year. I think Jaron Kanik is liable to have a fucking year. I think he's going to make you have to deal with him. His speed, his size. He's got another year left. I love the idea of what he's going to do. And it's if nothing else, if you make a play or two, now all of a sudden you just gave them something else to have to worry about. And look, Jaden Ott, bro, the running back room is real. Oklahoma's gonna have an opportunity to get to 9 or 10 wins. I think they could still be at 8 because of that schedule, but I do think that they could win 9 or 10. I don't know that I'm ready to predict it yet, but I think they're certainly better than a lot of the fucking teams in this top 25 of Andy Staples. I think it's wild. And he's one of the ones that's been loving on them too, and John Mateer and all that too. It's definitely clicking. It's clickbait bullshit. But I don't know how the fuck you can put and call yourself a fucking college football guy and put Nebraska in there and Tennessee over those guys. I just don't see how you can do it.
Texas Tech Red Raider.
And Texas Tech at number 11. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Oh, my goodness.
A basketball championship before they even get to the fucking playoff. And that ain't happening neither.
Oh,
look, I said it right in time for fucking Lubbock. Big Lubbock's here. We're live.
Oh, Big Lubbock. Yes, we're live. Let's talk Texas Tech, number 11, ranked number 11 in the preseason poll, Big Lubbock. You buy or you sell, Big Lubbock?
And call your team trash, because that's what they are, trash.
Yeah. You know what, guys? In a nice way, fuck y'all. We don't give a shit.
All right. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the next deal. All right. Coach, I gotta know. We talked about this already. I think that he did get that one right, having them up there near the top. I think they have as good a shot as anyone. Notre Dame, who's going to be your quarterback first? And where do you see them really making a run at it in 2024?
Well, I tell you what, and I'm going to start with this. I already said it, but I just want everybody to hear it one more time. I'm not a big polls guy. You know, they got him at number 2, Notre Dame at number 2. I could wipe my ass with that ranking. That doesn't mean shit to me. But I will tell you this. We are position by position, we're going to be a better football team than we were a year ago. CJ Carr, I'm not going to say he's a better quarterback than Riley Leonard, because Riley in his own right, he's a winner. I mean, and it's hard to beat a winner. But CJ Carr can spin the football. Kenny Minchie is the other guy that Notre Dame's saying they're in a competition. I call bullshit. I don't think there's a competition. I think it's clear cut CJ Carr. I think Kenny Minchie will be our backup, but I think we can win games with either one of those guys. CJ Carr again. He's been in our system for 2 years now, and he's gonna be tough to deal with. Our offensive line guys, we're gonna have a veteran offensive line up there. Running backs, we're as good as anybody in the country.
The best
running back wise, and then receivers, we picked up some good receivers out of the portal.
I think Jaden Greathouse is about to have a year.
I think Greathouse is fixing to have a great year. He finished his season strong. He was hurt early on in the season, and so we didn't.
Or with 4.3 speed, bro.
Yeah. So then I flip it over to the opposite side of the line of scrimmage, and defensively, we're going to be just as good player by player than we have been. No, I think we're going to be just fine.
Coming from a Texas fan, of course.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? We're trash. I'll take it, Drew. We're trash. But we're the trash that'll beat your ass is what we are. And I just hope and pray. And I do this for several reasons. My son is a Texas fan. I don't know how I raised a child of mine to be a Longhorn fan.
I'm disappointed in Eric on that one, I got to tell you.
Well, I tell you where that comes from, though, Jason. that comes from I had a player on my a coaching staff, a coach on my coaching staff, Antoine Kirkuse.
I remember him. I love Antoine. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the guy.
And he coached Eric, and so that's where I attribute that to.
Sure. Shout out to Antoine Kirkuse. He's my guy. I got nothing but love for him.
He's a good fella. Yep. But anyway,
Ricky's roommate.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but I think I'm not going to say we're going to win it, but I'm going to say we're going to be in the hunt.
Yeah, I mean, they were in the hunt already. I think they got better at quarterback. I'm just saying, I think they got better at quarterback. I didn't see them get worse anywhere. No, I mean, where did you get worse? Look, I think this is clear. I'll just say this. I think that there is for sure a number of teams that could win this thing. I don't think there's any clear-cut favorite at all.
I agree.
I think that you lost enough at Ohio State that you can't, and they got a brand new quarterback who's, hell, he's going to be a redshirt freshman. I don't know what that means. Now they still got Jeremiah Smith, so he's liable to fucking come in hot because it's not that hard to throw to those guys. But let's not forget, I'm still going to tell you that I think Ohio State won because of Chip Kelly.
I agree.
And the way he called that game, called the games from Michigan on. And I think that he told Ryan Day to shut the fuck up after they lost to Michigan. And they went out there and just systematically took people apart. But I don't see them that way. I think they still got some really good players. I think that they're loaded as they could be. But you got to figure Georgia's going to be there. Alabama's going to be there. I'm telling you, I know you're not a fan. You're not agreeing with that on that, but I'm telling you, I believe Alabama ain't going nowhere. They still got one of the toughest rosters, the best rosters. It's the best roster. If you look at the rankings, it's number one. And year two with Ryan Grubb back in the system and a guy that can throw the football. They got Ryan Williams. I think things, if their defense continues it was the best part of their team at the end of the year. So I'm not overlooking Bama at all. Plus Oklahoma has to go to Tuscaloosa. So we'll see. And they're fucking waiting on us. You know what I mean? After that,
ain't no doubt about that, brother. They've got that penciled in. But I'm not sure they could lose every damn game as long as they beat you guys this year and be happy.
Now, do I think that Texas wins the Natty? I do not. Do I think that they're in contention to get in the playoff again? Yeah, of course. Now, a lot of it's going to what does it look like in that game one against Ohio State? They got to go to the shoe. It could be, you guys could lose 2 road games and then get beat by Oklahoma in the Red River, and you're out. It could happen.
Absolutely.
I think it's a lot of good things have to happen for Texas to get there. But I would tell you that is Oregon a real threat? I mean, no. Not, I mean, maybe, I guess, but I don't know. I like Dante.
They got an
Moore.
outside shot.
I like Dante.
They got an outside shot.
Sure, I like Dante Moore, and I don't think that it's not like they're bereft of talent. They've got it.
No.
Penn State. No, I'm not. I don't believe in them, but they have to be considered one of the favorites. And Clemson, I guess you got to consider them one too. Look, I think Oklahoma's going to make a run at it. If they can get, I know this, if Oklahoma gets in the playoff playing that schedule, they're going to be battle tested.
I agree.
But you still got to go out and prove it and win. And until they do that, I'm not picking them to get there. I'm saying they win anywhere from 8 to 10 games, but we'll see what it is. I think it depends on
just do
they graduate to the next level of where they got to go to. And I mean, look, you have to hope that that's the case. I think talent-wise, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to do that at all. None. Texas Tech is not going to the fucking playoff, Big Lubbock. It ain't happening. The Natty. The fuck out of here.
I'm not even going to talk about that shit today.
He said Texas Tech and ND will be in the championship game. And Texas Tech beats TU in the playoffs. You're not getting into the fucking playoffs.
50% right.
I got to tell you, man. I love Big Lubbock, man. He just... I got so many receipts for this fucker, though. I mean, you're gonna have to change your name and fucking, act like you're somebody new, man. And that's just kind of weak stuff because we know what's gonna happen. We stay healthy, we got a puncher's chance. And again, I'm not gonna sit here and start predicting natties and shit like that. I'm not doing it. I'd love to see it happen, but I do think it's wide open. I'm telling you guys, I think it's wide ass open. I think Notre Dame is probably, to me, if there's a favorite, it's Notre Dame. They didn't get worse from last year, and they were in the championship game. They got better. Just saying. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But to me right now, I think that's – in LSU, we didn't say anything about LSU. I think that they got a shot. I think they got the best quarterback overall probably with Nussmeier. Is their defense better? I don't know. And is BK not gag and spit the bid out? Probably not. But they concern me for Oklahoma. You got to play in the last game. You get them at home, but for fuck's sake, we hadn't been able to beat them for whatever reason. It's been a bitch for OU against LSU for a while. UGA, hey man, UGA is always going to have monsters. I said they're right there. They're right there. They're going to be. I mean, shit, man. Kirby. That's who they get. The Monstars from Space Jam. Yeah, I get it. Look, dude, but they're breaking in a new quarterback too. We got to see. I like their quarterback though. I mean, I don't think he's bad. But here's the thing, Coach. I'll just say this. When's the last time you saw Kirby need to go into the portal to get a fucking D tackle?
Well, and Jason, we talked about we talked about this a little bit earlier today. Used to the Georgias, the Alabamas, they could stockpile players. And they had people on their third and fourth team that could have been starting at Notre Dame or at Oklahoma. But they can't do that anymore because you know what? Now that the portal's available, I'm third team. You know what? My ass is gone because I can go someplace else and start. And I don't have to wait around for 3 years to be that starter. And so that's creating some parity in college football. And that's just the way it is. And I'm telling you, you're seeing those drop-offs, in my opinion, in the Alabamas, the Notre Dames. You're seeing some of those things drop off because they're not getting. Now they're still getting great players. Don't misunderstand that.
Yeah.
But it's that depth that they don't have that anymore. And those players that are leaving, they're playing against them sometimes. And you know what? Now there's a little bit more of a level playing field in that process.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Yeah, a cap, silly talk. It ain't happening, bro. Mr. Mizzou fan over there, overspender. Bazoo, I don't know where you are. Who are you a fan of? I don't know. Conference title matchup. OSU, Illinois. Is that what you're saying? C. John, come on, man. Texas, LSU, Clemson, Louisville. Okay. BYU and Kansas State. Okay. That ain't that bad. I mean, I don't know that I agree with all those. I certainly don't agree with Texas and LSU. But hey. Yeah, and look, this is the new era of college football. I think I know as many people as hate everything that's going on in the world, more people have a shot than they ever did.
Yeah.
So having a 12-team playoff, I mean, shit, Boise was
guys, and let me tell you, and I had to change my mindset on this 12 team, 16 team. Let's be honest, guys. You're not going to be the 12th ranked team and win it. I'm just telling you, it ain't going to happen.
That's going to be the group of 5 team.
You're going to have.
It wasn't last year, but it. Yeah, I get
right. It. But you're just going to. You still have a handful of teams that are going to really have an opportunity.
Well, I think that number is higher than it's been, Coach.
No, I agree with that. But it's not 12. I would say,
12. And it's not like you get the 12 best teams anyway. You don't.
No, and you heard me say this last year, and I'm not. If I recall, I don't think you agreed with me on this. I think there's 8 teams that probably will have a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get into the playoff, I think 8 teams. There's 8 teams that'll have a legitimate shot. Now you can sit down and look at percentages, who has the best percentage, and so forth, and so when you do it that way, you're looking at probably four teams that really have a true legit shot at it.
Who are you a fan of, Bazoo? Did he say it? No. Talking about each team should be capped at 100 million. Who the fuck you think can afford 100 million right now? Well, y'all could. Yeah. Texas could. A&M could. Ohio State could. Oklahoma would struggle. But you could probably get there.
Yeah, they can get there.
It's a lot of money, man.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. But that's the whole thing is that here's the deal. Ohio State, of course, could. Look, I'm telling you, the NIL is never going to get touched. Forget about it. They do have a salary cap if they ever get to this damn deal. Auburn fan, get the fuck out of here. Y'all can't get to 100 million. Fuck out of here.
Hey, Riley, how the hell do you know that? How do you know what they spend?
They've been out spending y'all's ass.
How do you know they don't spend? You know how? You know why you don't know? Because you can't look at their shit. Because we're independent. We don't have to show you shit.
He said no such thing, Big Lubbock. He said no such thing.
Oh,
fuck out of here.
Lubbock. Hey, you're on that wacky weed again, brother.
Hey man, I think he's doing crack or something. Not even weed.
Texas Tech. Oh, I don't even want to go there.
When did you beat OU? Auburn? Did you don't win? We just beat you guys in your house with our worst team, worst offense in fucking history. What are you talking about?
Who's he with?
He said he's an Auburn fan. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You just beat OU on what?
Beat them off.
Auburn fans are weird folks too, man. They really are. Auburn can flat out suck it.
Had a baby Neelio. That's my man right there.
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck them. Oklahoma's the Alabama State champs, man. Don't y'all know? Vanderbilt, too. Hey.
And again, it's rumors.
They can't put a cap. They cannot put a cap on endorsements, which is what NIL is supposed to be. It's not going to be what it is in college football because people will be. Look, if I hate to break it to all you fans that think it's going to be fair from now on, it's not. It's not even the goal that they have. It's not a goal. I don't give a shit what Kirby says or anybody else. That is not their goal.
Nope.
No. Oh, okay. Current projected Heisman finalists for next season. Well, so it's usually what, four of them. I think Love is going to be one of them. I think if Notre Dame gets where it's got to be, I think your quarterback could be one of them.
Could be.
But I think Jeremiah Love is the best player on the team.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
That being said, for them to take that next step, you kind of need Carr to probably be that guy, right? So
yeah.
I think he could be one of them or maybe both, but then they split them.
Yeah.
Well,
and it's more. We all know.
I think Nuss will be up there.
Yep. But we all know it's a quarterback oriented.
It is a quarterback. It's a quarterback deal. It's a quarterback deal these days. Okay. So I guess Cade Klubnik, if we're expecting Clemson to really be that good, then I guess Klubnik would be there. I think Mateer can, if Oklahoma gets to 9 wins, Mateer's probably going to be one.
Yeah.
And look, I know everybody thinks that Arch is going to win the fucking Heisman this year. I ain't one of them. I'm not one of them. I think there's a lot of guys. I think it could be, you could probably switch out a couple here and there too for any of those guys I just said.
Sure.
I think, hell, if Oregon is really good again, then you have to suspect that. And listen, Dante Moore is a bad dude, folks. Dante Moore is a bad dude. He didn't get. I mean, UCLA was shitty whenever he was, and he started, and he made some mistakes, but he's now had plenty of time to sit there and watch. And under Will Stein, and Will Stein he made Bo Nix a first-round draft pick. Bo Nix was not very good at Auburn, guys. You know it? So so Dante Moore could be one. They've got a shit ton of receivers up there that could be really good. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
I know a receiver at Ohio State that could be there very easily.
Oh shit, yeah. Well, never mind. That's your Heisman winner to me. Now he's definitely going to be in the top 5. He could be he should win the Heisman. Absolutely.
Yeah. If they're good this year, he'll.
I don't know why I blew that off thinking quarterbacks only, because we got thinking quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, you're right. Yeah. If I was gonna pick one, it would be Smith. I'll tell you another guy. I mean, listen, Ryan Williams is a bad son of a bitch too. And they're gonna throw the ball a lot better this year. No matter who starts for them, they throw the ball better than Milroe does. Milroe can throw it deep. And he's athletic as shit, but he's not going to make those throws that you need those guys to make if you're going to throw that much. And it was first-year guy calling the plays. I think he struggled with it. I think they're considerably better this year. Alabama's going to have a shot. I don't know, man. Yeah, he was Bo Picks at Auburn. That's right, Jimmy. That is correct.
That's so
yeah,
true.
man. I would tell you, I think some of these guys are really good. But Smith only comes. Those dudes like Smith don't come around very often, man.
Nope.
They just don't come around like that very often. It reminds you of like Julio Jones in fucking college, or Calvin Smith, or Megatron,
Well, and I'm going to tell you this: if and I know we talked about Jeremiah Love. If we'll feed him the rock a lot
that'll help your quarterback a lot. Yeah.
And it'll help him because they split. They had three guys, basically four sometimes, but between him and Jadarian Price, there was a lot.
Jadarian came on hot at the end of the year, Coach.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. If Jeremiah is going to have a chance, he's going to have to see the rock a lot more.
Well, and he got banged. He was nicked up pretty good the last 3 games.
Playoffs, he was
after that, when he ran that long one, after he didn't really see the field again after Indiana, that game at Indiana.
Very few snaps. Very few.
You needed him.
Although he did run over. Huh?
Somebody needed more carries in that fucking last 2 games. Golly.
Well, and I tell you what, although he ran over Penn State's ass while he was hurt.
He did.
I mean, that was a hell of a run.
And by that time, Notre Dame was banged up, man, everywhere. And they still ran through Penn State. Come on. Yeah. I'm not buying Penn State yet. They're going to have to show me because they've yet to win a meaningful game in the Big Ten, man. Since he won his conference championship that year.
I don't think he does a great job of coaching. That's just me personally.
I don't either. Okay. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people were saying those things. Again, you need health. You need things to go right for all this to work out. I think that Oklahoma has a shot. I really do. But again, the little shell shock that you have, if you're a Sooner fan, you got to have it. But I believe they're going to be considerably better. But I just tell you, I agree. You've got to make the step now. It's not about talking shit. It's about doing it.
Well, and you know what? There's a little hot seat action there in the head coaching position, and so it's time to prove it up.
Yeah. I mean, look, BV's he says he's always coaching for his job, but I don't think that
they all
necessarily fire him. They all are, but
right.
I don't think they necessarily. But here's the thing: the more I hear things, I don't know that I'm right about that. I'm going to tell you, I still don't think they pay him $35 million to not coach and lose their entire roster that they've put a lot of money in.
Well, I mean, he's got to completely piss down his leg for that to happen.
I think that they'd have to be at like less than 6 wins. And I don't see that happening.
Maybe even less than that.
I just don't see that happening. Because look, man, it could have been with that offense. The defense had them. I mean, shit, they still could have won 8-9 games. Really, they pissed down their leg in a couple of games, like Jackson Arnold. Do you know what I mean? That's why it's funny to me that damn On3 ranking was. What are we talking about? Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, we've been going for an hour and a half. I told everybody we're going to stick to an hour and a half. We got to start being a little. It just makes it easier to get through some of these other things, and I got to take care of this dog a little bit. And then I got work in the morning too. So appreciate everybody coming in, guys. We will definitely be back in the morning. Met him once at a local KC Catbacker event. He was with OC Ron Prince. Really easy to speak with. Yeah, I just don't think he's very good under the gun, man. What was that he got into all that shit with? He got into it with a fan again today.
Oh yeah.
Listen, Ronnie, I don't care anymore. I'm at the point that I'm not saying there's not a quarterback in that draft, including the number one guy, that was perfect. They all, and none of them are. When they go in, first rounders or not, they're not perfect. Look at his stats. He was damn good. Look, it's just a fact. I'm not going to continue having the argument with everybody. I get it that, we want to shit all over the guy. I don't understand why, but it is what it is. Well, yeah, because who else do they play? I think they got another pretty doable schedule. You know what I mean? They got a doable schedule for sure. We'll see how it goes for them. But again, look, when you've gone through that many games and not gotten it done, at some point you're going to have to kind of show people before they believe in you. They said, before I do. Shit. I just don't trust him. I mean, the dude is literally, he's won, I think, 3 games in 10 years against Michigan, Ohio State, and Michigan State even?
Yeah.
If you add Michigan State, maybe it's a few more now.
You know what I loved in the pregame presser when we played them? Well, he was talking to Marcus Freeman like Marcus Freeman was a young punk kid that he was just gonna whip his ass when it came game time, and that was really interesting to me. He thought he had the
same shit that old fucking Signetti was talking about before the fucking Indiana.
Signetti, what an idiot.
Coach clown ass motherfucking Signetti. He's almost like Drink. But he was starting to act like Drinkwitz by the time it was all over with last year.
What an idiot, dude.
You played the worst schedule. You played your fucking JMU schedule at Indiana last year. What are we talking about?
Well, and he brought all his damn players from there.
I mean, so they played 2 good teams and got rolled by 2 good teams. What are we talking about?
Yeah, they were bad.
They were bad. Illinois, I'm not buying their asses either. Just because they beat South Carolina don't mean shit to me. I know somebody said it. It was Clem earlier saying about South Carolina, when their expectations are too high, you guys are expecting too much out of Beamer. Coach clown ass too. He little fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
And that shit with Bielema last year in that bowl game where he's acting like he's gonna fight. Get your ass whipped. Shut up. They're holding him back. Fuck out of here.
Yeah. Bielema would have destroyed his ass.
Bielema's a big dude, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He'd have destroyed his ass.
He'd have just done
just Bielema shits bigger turds than him.
Yeah, I shit bigger than you, buddy. That's funny shit. He's such a dude. And it's funny when he makes those little cracks and weird comments and shit when they win games. When they lose games and he does that shit, it would drive me up a fucking wall to have him as my coach and saying shit like that.
Oh. Yeah.
Up a fucking wall. All right. NFL owners follow the leader. But yeah, we're done with that one. All right, I'll be back in the morning. We can talk about it then. If y'all want to. I'd rather not, though. Coach, I appreciate you coming in. Good to have you back.
Man.
Good to be back on here with you.
It's always fun.
Definitely see how everything goes. Man, I'm excited for we're starting to get into that time of the year where, it's list season and we're talking a little more, but we're getting a little closer.
Creeping up, baby.
Wait, man, fucking miss football. We miss football.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to everybody in here. Thanks for everybody coming in. Jason and the fellas and coffee. Put me down. We'll be here.
Hey, Big Lubbock.
Yeah.
I'm going to be at the Texas Tech football camp taking my grandson so he can go whip their ass again. But you know what? Would love for you to come to the camp and let's visit. But anyway, y'all have a great night. Love you, Jason.
Love you, man. Hey,
go
Jared,
Irish.
Hit me up, man. And let's, I don't know if I'm ready to go there yet. I know Nico's going there, but they're going to have to open up them pocketbooks and get some more players, I think. We'll see, though. Hey, appreciate everybody coming in. We'll check you all out. on the next one. See you in the morning. What the hell?